currently Easter season, and in as much as we don't usually have traditions, one thing I usually do, or we might do at home, is maybe go visit my grandparents or just take a trip somewhere. I remember the only thing we used to do as kids was being taken out to eat nyama choma and play either at Roasters or was it Blue Springs? I can't really remember all of them, but that used to be one of the things we did. We didn't really do much, but sometimes we might go visit my grandparents, and I always bring cake. So, given that I'm here and I figured I might still bake, and we'll get to enjoy it with my brother and his friends around here. I'm going to make a vanilla cake using the Pradip vanilla essence. This time I want to make a cake that's really easy to bring together, so I'm going to do like the wet ingredient method instead of creaming, so that it mixes together really quickly. First thing we're going to do is melt our margarine. Once our margarine is melted, just stir it a little bit to make sure like everything is well melted. Then set it aside for it to cool. You don't want when you end up adding the eggs for the eggs to start cooking. Next step we're going to do as that cools is add vinegar to our milk. I like to do this so that my cakes are a bit more fluffy as opposed to like dense. I find that acids make your cake fluffier because they react to the bicarbonate. So add the vinegar to your milk or use lemon juice and then let that sit for like 5 minutes. One thing I've liked while here is when you buy flour, it's written triple sifted, and being the Kenyan I am, at first I did sift like the first 2 times and then realized it really is sifted because no matter which sieve you use, even the tiniest sieve, there's no particles left behind. So that's one of the little things I've liked being here. Like it's one less thing for me to do. To our flour, we add our baking powder and our bicarbonate. If you're using unsalted butter, you can add half a teaspoon of salt. But if you're using salted butter like I am or margarine, do not add any salt. Now that our margarine is cooled, we're going to add vegetable oil. We're going to add the mala we just made. And as you can see, it got thick. To this, we're going to add our vanilla essence. Then add your sugar. Now you might be wondering why sugar is being added to this mixture instead of the flour mixture, but sugar melts in the oven, so it's considered a wet ingredient and not a dry ingredient. So just mix this until you can feel the sugar has dissolved. It shouldn't be gritty. Once your sugar is well mixed in, add your eggs. Once the eggs are well mixed, add your dry ingredients. Once everything is well mixed, we're going to bake in our baking pan. I didn't see the need to buy too many baking tins, so I only got one 7-inch tin. So I'm going to bake this 3 times instead of pouring in 3 tins. So I'm just going to bake this one and then repeat until all the cakes are done. If you're baking in one tin, try and bake for 40 minutes or test to see when they're done. I would prefer to use SMBC as usual, but I want a frosting that crusts, so I'm going to make ABC, American buttercream. Honestly, it's one of the easiest buttercreams to make because whatever amount of butter you use, you just add the same amount of icing sugar to it. So we're starting with butter. Mine is salted. I would rather use unsalted, but we were in a hurry, we didn't check. This is 375 grams of butter. I'm going to soften this, then add my icing sugar. Since I want my butter to be really light in color, I'm going to whip this on time lapse until it's whitish before adding my icing sugar. To my butter, I've gotten it as white or as light as I possibly can. I would keep going, but again, this is not a cake for sale and I'm not even sure what final color I'm going to put, so I'm just going to leave it in this color and then add my vanilla essence. One of the biggest benefits of clear vanilla essence is it won't change the color of my frosting. So when I go to add in my food color, like if I want a baby pink, it won't come out a bit dusty, like dusty pink, because it has no brown tones to it. as would be the case if I used dark vanilla. So I'm adding the same amount of icing sugar as I did butter. Just mix until everything is well incorporated, and then I'm just going to cover this and put it in the fridge. Hopefully I'll remember to take it out early in the morning so I can decorate its deco day. One thing I'm going to attempt to do is make a basket handle. Don't judge the shape of my handle, but I wasn't really sure I'm going to include these clips, but I just traced on the back side with a pencil like an arch, and then used melted chocolate to pipe the design. Didn't like the first one I did, so I did a second one, and luckily me having two made sure I could stick them together in the end, because one broke and I was also scared they would still break because of the heat. So lucky I did two, but I kept repeating like the piping to make it a bit thicker. I'm very excited for the design. I know my cakes are very wonky, but I didn't want to trim too much because they will rise with a dome. So a good tip I can give is when you put them in the fridge, after they've cooled long enough, put them upside down so that they have, like, they can cool flattening. This way, when you need to trim them, you don't have to trim too much. So I'm using the frosting I made yesterday, the ABC, and given that ABC is much more sweet than SMBC, I will try my best to use very little in the layers so that the cake is not overly sweet. I've done a very thin coat so that I'm able to pipe a dam. You can dip your jam in hot water to make it thin. That way when you're adding it to your cake, it's easy to spread. So I don't even know what I'm looking at the side, but I just filled all the cakes with plum jam and then crumb coated them with the ABC and put them in the fridge to set. I'm done with the crumb coat, so I'm going to refrigerate this for maybe 30 minutes, then come back and finish the design I'm doing. I figured I should probably practice basket weave since it's been probably 10 or 12 years since I last did it. I don't remember ever doing it outside of baking school, maybe the first year while I was still practicing. That's how it looks, and I'm very proud of myself. I still have very little hope with my basket handle, but I'm going to attempt to fix it. It broke. My cake has fully set. I completely forgot to do the white on top. It hit me when I was finishing the basket weave, but I'm not that stressed since the top is going to be fully covered. These are my frosting options. I was genuinely aiming for a leaf green, but I don't have my colors with me, so we used what we had. Okay, I didn't like it, but now I like it. Yay! I'm going to first, I'm so scared, measure out where my chocolate handle is going. So I just marked where I'm supposed to dip the chocolate, then cut using a knife, and I cut deep enough so that the chocolate can go in well, and then just added my chocolates, and I kept piping some frosting so that when I add the mini eggs, they don't disappear because of the bigger chocolate ones. As luck would have it, my phone stopped recording. All I did was pipe the tiniest leaves and the tiniest rosettes, but this is how the cake has turned out. I'm really impressed with myself. Thank you so much to Pradip for sponsoring this video, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye!